I got a good story for you. So, I was working at this job that I've hated for 3 years, but I stayed there just to collect a paycheck. I didn't pursue none of my passions. I was just there, lost soul. Then, approaching the year of 2018, I had to really do some reflecting. I had to say, you know what, this is not healthy for me. This does not bring the best in me. I need to leave as soon as possible. So I did put in my 2 week notice. At first I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that on video. But I did put in my 2 week notice. And what made me leave sooner, much sooner, before my 2 weeks even took effect, was a simple fact that a coworker at my job got angry at me for coming to her with an error. She thought I was coaching her when really I was just looking out for her. I thought it was petty to go behind her back and tell a supervisor about it and just tattletale. So I was looking out for her, but she took it the wrong way. So when I approached her about it, she said it wasn't a good time. She got so angry that she slammed the door open. I was hit with the door. And then I went into the table and I ended up with a bruised thigh. So they discharged me earlier because I was involved in a workplace violence. So they decided to pay me for the rest of my 2 weeks. When I got home, I was crying. I felt like life wasn't fair. I felt like I just thought the way things were going was wrong, but that was my perception of it. I thought things were going wrong, but really things were going right. I've been free. I've been free from something that had been keeping me down for years. I've given 3 years of my life to this company, and it wasn't doing anything to uplift me, and it was not bringing out my best self. If anything, it was making me feel more insecure. So the very next day, I realized that. I realized how grateful I was. And I was crying. I was on my knees, crying and sobbing, and I was thanking God for getting me out of that situation. And it even gets better. Like they decided to pay me, like I said, they decided to pay me throughout the rest of my 2 weeks, and I could still get the insurance for 18 months. And then right after that, I got a job that pays a lot more money. And I just came back from my first day. And it's something that I don't mind doing until I can get my foot in the door to go somewhere else. And right now I can say that I am in the process of getting to know myself, and I am pursuing my passions because I don't want to live another day without getting myself in order and not getting my passions pursued. I refuse. It's time to focus on me, and it's time to do the things that I love. A lot of people in this world, they're not doing what they were destined to do. They settle for what they hate. They settle for what brings them down. And the crazy part is, when they do receive a blessing, they don't even see it. They don't even see it because they're so fixated on what's wrong. But the thing is, it doesn't have to be wrong. You just have to look at it differently. I think it's very important to be self-aware. I think it's very important to be present. I think it's very important to love yourself, because without love is fear. You'll be in fear every single day. You'll be in hatred every single day. You need to love yourself. Bring peace and happiness to yourself. And seek God with all your heart. For a while, I've been away from God because I allowed a church to deter me from my relationship. And I felt like, well, maybe I shouldn't follow God altogether. And I was wrong. I was wrong. As of right now, it's still taking me a while, to gather my relationship back up with Him. But I make sure that I have a relationship and talk to Him and trust Him. You have to trust Him. You have to. We got to look at the bigger picture, ladies and gentlemen, and we have to count all of our blessings. We have to be grateful that we were able to wake up today, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. That should scare you. We don't know when our time is coming. I can't say I'm going to make it tomorrow, because I may not. But you need to be grateful that you woke up. That's the first thing. I'm so tired.